Hello again, everybody. It's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today I'm reviewing the song Cover Me Up, live from Austin City Limits, by Jason Isbell. So I've heard just one other song by Jason Isbell so far, which was Elephant. And damn, that one hit hard. That was a very impactful song. So looking forward to this one, seeing what else he can do. You know, it's always interesting kind of diving headfirst into an artist right away. You kind of start to get a feel for their style. So this comes as a request. So if you want to request a song, you can do so by leaving a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to it at some point. I have definitely no less than like almost 200 songs on my list right now to review, and then I just also found some more on my phone that I had been just kind of typing. So I got a lot of music to cover, but we're chugging right along. So hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there. For now, let's go ahead and listen to "Cover Me Up" by Jason Isbell.
Can't tell you how happy we are to be playing here, Austin City Limits. Heart on the run, keeps a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. Days when we raged, we flew off to pay. Such damage was done. I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond on high. But I sobered up, I swore off that stuff forever this time. And the old lovers sing, I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. But home was a dream, one I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room to Percy Priest breaks open wide and the river runs through. Carries this house on the stones like a piece of driftwood. cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Thank you.
That was a good song. Very nice love song. Very sweet. It was just a really good listen. There was a lot to like about that song. And I want to talk about every single part. Hopefully I don't forget anything as I'm going through. Let's start with those lyrics. So, a heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. So that's pretty. The writing here is excellent. A heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun. So like, I think a heart on the run is like someone who refuses to settle down, or someone who is just constantly maybe even being let down as far as their love relationships go. So they keep a hand on the gun, like they're ready to attack. They're ready to kind of cut and run if they need to, right? So from one relationship to the next. So I was so sure what I needed was more, tried to shoot out the sun. So I guess this is a person who hasn't settled down yet. They want more. They're going out, they're having one night stands or whatever, and so yes, they're very guarded, but they're also just trying to get more and more and more. And so, like, sticking with the gun metaphor, tried to shoot out the sun. Days when we raged, we flew off the page. Such damage was done, but I made it through because somebody knew I was meant for someone. So he's tearing it up, but I think at the end of the day, he realized that there's someone out there for him. So I guess he finds that person here. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. That's a hell of a line, basically saying like, you and I are gonna get busy, and we're gonna. I mean, maybe not just that, but we're just gonna hang out here. It's we're not leaving here until we absolutely have to. We're hanging out. It's so cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood, so cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. So yeah, I don't know if chop wood is a metaphor, but it's cold in this house, it's wintertime or whatever, what have you. And so like, just if we need to stay warm, you cover me up, but I like this part, to use me for good. So it's like, that even though I was running around left and right in my heyday, now it's like you're enough for me. You're good enough for me to stick around forever. So put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond on high. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress. So it sounds like maybe he was wanting to get busy. But maybe without consent, and I think this woman was able to maybe look past that and understand that he was drunk, because later on he talks about like leaving the stuff behind. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond on high, but I sobered up and swore off that stuff forever this time. I like the little cheer he got from the audience when he said that. And the old lovers sing, I thought it'd be me who helped him get home, but home was a dream, one I'd never seen till you came along. I loved that line as well. I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. So past loves, past girlfriends or whatever, they all thought, they were going to be the one to settle him down. But I like that. But home was a dream, one I never seen until you came along. You've heard the old adage, home is where the heart is. So it's basically saying like, I never knew what home was until I met you. My heart never had a place to stay until it met you. That's absolutely romantic and just absolutely sweet. What a great line. That also got a bit of a cheer from the crowd there. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room till Percy Priest breaks open wide. I don't know what the hell Percy Priest is. And the river runs through. I'm guessing it's a dam. and carries this house on the stones like a piece of driftwood. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. So, girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. What a sweet song. Very romantic. Very well written. There are a bunch of lines in there that were just so impactful. This Jason Isbell seems to be a very, very effective songwriter. I really like that about the few songs that I've heard from him so far. It seems to be a very something that would definitely appeal to someone like me. I've always said I'm a lyrics guy. I love getting to read good lyrics and listen to good lyrics. So this one definitely hit me. I give it 2 thumbs up. Really like that one. As far as the instrumentation goes, it definitely had that guy with his guitar vibe. The guitar really worked here. It added a whole lot. Love I guess it was, I don't know if it was a violin or a fiddle in the background. It sounded more like a violin to me, but I could obviously very well be wrong. It could also be a viola. I honestly don't know my instruments very well. So anyway, like that in the background. I like how the drummer would just every now and then just kind of like, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do to put together a coherent song. So, you know, I think all the pieces just worked really well together. You know, I think the thing that maybe surprised me the most, not that I was expecting him to have a bad voice, but I think what surprised me the most was just how good his voice was, especially live. He sounded fantastic. His singing voice was out of this world to me. And again, the emotion and the energy that he brings with his voice, plus the instrumentation and what that was doing in the background, it really, you know, it really played well with the lyrics. I think the lyrics and the instrumentation and the vocals, everything just worked so well together here. Even the audience reaction worked well in this song. I think everything just came together to make a really, really awesome live performance. I can see why this has like 5 million plus views on YouTube. So, yeah, really good. I give it 2 thumbs up there as well. As far as replay value goes, you know, this is definitely a song that's going to go on the playlist. You know, every now and then you need some romantic music, you know, with your significant other. This is definitely one of those songs for me. You know, there's a lot of really good stuff in here to love. And so, man, this one's going on the playlist. It's going to get its due diligence. Is it something I listen to every day? Probably not. But it's definitely something that has its place in the overall you know, ocean of music that I have here. So anyway, that's it. Really enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for the request. I have a lot more requests for Jason Isbell on my plate, so we'll definitely be hearing more from him in the future. But if you want to request some other things, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artist. Go listen to his music wherever you can. I know he's on Spotify, so one place you can definitely find him is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's got every single song I've heard so far on this channel, and it's down in the description below. If you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Otherwise, I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next video.